Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Project Outcome presentation for public and academic libraries. My name is Gina Parsons Diamond. My pronouns are she, hers, and I am a program officer at the Association of College and Research Libraries. In this short presentation, I will walk you through using the Project Outcome Toolkit at your institution. The Project Outcome model offers these advantages. We provide quick and simple surveys. You can use them straight out of the box or choose to add custom questions. We have an easy-to-use survey management portal to collect and enter survey data, as well as ready-made reports that the system generates for you and customizable data reports that you can create yourself. We provide an interactive data dashboard with benchmarks and visualizations. And additionally, we have all the resources and training materials you need to help libraries engage in the outcome measurement process. We also provide a peer discussion board where you can ask questions and share examples of what works or doesn't work for your library. This combination of ready-to-go surveys and easy-to-use tools really helps library staff save time and energy in planning their data collection, leaving more time for decision-making and advocacy once the results are in. So we provide a set of simple, standardized surveys developed by and for the library field. Since public and academic libraries offer different types of programs and services, the survey topics available to you differ based on your library type. Of course, how you use them will differ as well. Public libraries have 8 survey topics available to them: digital learning, early childhood literacy, health, summer reading, economic development, job skills, civic community engagement, and education and lifelong learning. Academic libraries have 7 survey topics available to them: instruction, research, events and programs, teaching support, library technology, digital and special collections, and space. Each survey comes in 2 types, immediate and follow-up. Before you decide which survey you'll use, be sure to look at the actual survey questions and see which ones will get you the types of data you need. You can preview all the survey questions in the resources section of the toolkit. The project outcome surveys are designed to capture 4 key outcomes: knowledge, confidence, application or behavior change, and awareness. They also contain 2 open-ended questions that help you get the most out of your patrons' feedback. What did they like most about the program? And what can the library do to improve? These open-ended questions are invaluable to libraries. This is where you can gain the most insight into how to help your patrons and gather qualitative evidence to demonstrate your value in the community. Here is an example of the Education Lifelong Immediate Survey for public libraries. This is the most generic of the surveys in the Public Libraries Toolkit and can be used for a broad range of programs. The text in bold indicates how the questions align with the outcome measures. The first 4 quantitative questions use a Likert scale for responses from strongly disagree to strongly agree. This is the standardized survey as it is available in the toolkit. You can also add up to 3 custom questions to a survey. Additionally, you can set the context for the survey when you administer it, so patrons know what they're being asked about. So here's the account homepage that you will see when you log into Project Outcome. Once you create a free account, you will have access to all of the tools and resources via the user homepage. You can create multiple free accounts per library or create 1 master account. It's your choice on how to do this. Here is the account management page, where you will be able to see all the users affiliated with your library and institution, as well as be able to see and edit locations, for example, branch libraries. This matters for the mapping functionality and also if you want to set a location when you create a survey. You can set a location without a physical address, but even for online events, you may want the event associated with the library location that is hosting it. And here we are at the survey management tool. This is where you go to create and access all of your surveys, as well as customize your survey's program information, including program name and date. From this screen, you'll also be able to track program attendance and enter survey responses, as well as review your auto-generated reports and download raw data. So to create a new survey, just click on the orange button at the top left corner. Creating a survey in Project Outcome is easy. It just takes 5 simple steps. You must create a survey first to access the paper survey and online survey links and be able to enter results back into the system. Each new survey you create will be based on a project outcome template with standardized questions. You aren't creating the survey from scratch. You do also have options for customization, including adding additional questions. The survey management tool walks you through the process of creating a survey with a simple online form. Step 1 is choosing the survey topic and type. Step 2 is where you will enter a program name, date, and location. The program name you choose is important because this becomes a data filter later on. Step 3 is to enter a survey name. You also have the option here of adding custom intro and footer messages or a custom redirect link for when the survey is completed. Step 4 is adding additional custom questions. You can add up to 3, and you can choose from a pre-populated list of additional survey questions, or you can write your own. The downside of adding customization and the reason that you see recommendation against it is that it makes the survey longer, thereby decreasing response rates. And step 5 is to administer your survey. In both toolkits, the surveys are available in English, Spanish, and French. And in the academic toolkit, the surveys are available in Arabic as well. You can administer your surveys on paper or online. The online surveys are mobile friendly. Once a survey is created, you can make changes to it via the survey detail page. The changes you can make will be limited if you have already begun to collect responses. This page is also where you can find links to the PDF or online versions of the survey. You can click on that orange embed button to get a code that will allow you to embed the survey in another web page. You can enter your program attendance here also on the top right to be able to calculate survey response rates. So there are several ways of collecting data and entering survey responses. The first is you can send your patrons the URL where they will fill out the survey online. This is nice because the data is automatically entered into the project outcome system. You can enter survey responses one at a time by yourself using the Enter Responses Online button. We also provided 2 bulk entry options. The first is a URL you can use to submit multiple responses at once. It looks like a spreadsheet when you click on it. The nice thing is this URL can be shared with people who are not project outcome users, for example, student workers or library volunteers, and they will be able to enter data but not have access to the rest of the system. Finally, we provide an Excel template for bulk upload. You simply download the template, enter your data, being careful to match formatting, and upload it here. The template is unique to each survey you create. We know that administering surveys and entering data can be a pain, but what makes it worth it is what you can do with the results. They are available in a variety of formats, making it easy to review, interpret, analyze, and share your results. One format is the data dashboards, which show graphic visualizations of your aggregate survey data. All dashboards can be saved as screenshot images, printed as PDFs, or saved to the infographic library within Project Outcome, which allows you to add them to custom reports. The data dashboards have multiple parts, and I'll go through a few of them here. The overview dashboard, which you can view on the top left, shows an aggregate average score across all survey types and across all outcomes. Each survey topic and outcome shows comparisons of your library's average score in that category versus state and national average scores. The detailed dashboard, which you can see in the bottom of this slide, is where you can view data for each individual survey question organized by survey. The results can also be filtered here by outcome, survey topic, program name, initiative name, or date, and the benchmarks are displayed. On the right of this slide, you can see the matrix dashboard, which allows you to explore the data looking for relationships and correlations, and can also be used to drive decision-making and identify gaps in service or impact. The matrix diagram makes it possible to view aggregate average scores for each survey topic in connection with each outcome. The chord diagram that appears below the matrix table allows you to see your score relationships in a different way. The thicker the chord, the stronger the relationship between that particular survey topic and outcome. We also provide a map dashboard and a library information dashboard. And the final dashboard we provide is the qualitative dashboard, available here, where you can visualize the most commonly used words from your open-ended responses. You will see one word cloud per survey topic, and you can select a program to narrow down the results. Click on a word to see its frequency and other words that commonly appear with it. These word clouds can give you a sense of overall trends in the open-ended comments. They're not a substitute for actually reading the comments or doing further analysis. Export the open-ended responses to explore further, and you can add these to your reports. The Project Outcome Toolkit allows you to easily create reports to share with your library staff, management, or other stakeholders. First, we have the summary report, which captures results from a single survey and is designed for quick sharing. The easiest way to access this report is through the Get Report link on the Survey Management tool. Each survey created will have this link, and it will automatically create the summary report for that survey. The summary report does allow you to add or export open-ended responses and can serve as a good starting point for customizations. If you wish to build your own report and customize it by applying filters and adding a custom statement from your library, you'll want to access the report builder in the data dashboards to create your report. You can also customize your report in the following ways. Each report by default will show a quantitative summary of the data you selected. If you select multiple surveys, it will list those as well. You can choose to add all or some of your open-ended responses. And you can also customize your report by adding additional visualizations captured within the data dashboards and custom text explaining these visualizations. Simply click on the green buttons under Custom Pages and Custom Content to really individualize your reports. We also offer access to your raw data in the Project Outcome Toolkit. You can access your raw data from the Survey Management tool. First, locate the survey you wish to run a report for in the detail page, and then simply click on Download next to the number of responses. Alternatively, you can use the Survey Response Viewer to export all responses or select the responses you wish to download. You can export the data as a raw CSV file. The spreadsheet will include library name, location, program name, program date, survey topic, survey type, survey name, response date, response type, which is paper or URL, and quantitative and qualitative responses. The raw data is available as soon as you start entering data into the system, so you'll want to be cautious about downloading it while a survey is still open. Now that we've walked through the functionality of the toolkit, I wanted to let you know about a few other resources available in Project Outcome. You can find out more and find examples of how libraries have implemented Project Outcome and taken action with their results in the case studies section of the resources called out here. All users also have access to the many resources covering every step in the outcome measurement process, from planning through action. Most of these are the same across both the public and academic toolkits, though with different examples and different case studies. We work constantly to add new resources based on our user needs. Another feature available in the Project Outcome Toolkit is the peer discussion. As you're engaging with the toolkit, remember that you can ask others how it works for their libraries. The peer discussion boards are open to all registered Project Outcome users. Ask your peers how they're using the toolkit, or ask questions that Project Outcome staff can answer. I just want to point out that the ALA Public Programs Office has made an ALA Connect space for discussing your specific grant. So I want to remind you that the peer discussion boards in Project Outcome are only for discussion of the toolkit and general evaluation topics. And I want to thank you so much for listening to today's presentation. And I encourage you to head over to the Project Outcome Toolkits and create your first survey. Thanks so much.